Welcome ladies and gentlemen. Itumbi anachukua Wakenya wajinga. At times when you look the way Denis Itumbi is making or is like Kenyans are fools. This is whatever Denis Itumbi is saying. And when I saw that this was such an amazing lie from Denis Itumbi, I decided to have a video so that you can also have an update. According to Pauline Njoroge, she has come out to expose Denis Itumbi towards what we call bank to mobile charges. You know, we were told that now the charges are going to resume. And this is whatever Denis Itumbi wrote in his timeline. And because the points are about 9, but I want to read number 7 and number 8. So number 7 is starting like this, the way I'm displaying on the screen. For example, before suspension, it cost 22 shillings to transfer between 20,000 Kenya shillings to 150,000 Kenya shillings, that has now been reduced to 12 shillings, a 44.6 cutout. Then number 8, another example, it will cost 4 shillings to transfer shillings 100 to 500 shillings. Previously, it cost 23 shillings to transfer a similar amount. That is a 82.6 reduction. Now, something that was amazing is that people are not fooled the way Denis Itumbi is thinking. Because after Denis Itumbi had posted that, people were busy confirming if truly Denis Itumbi was right. Now, something that was amazing, and I want to display also on the screen. This is something that is very simple as this. Denis amekudwa muongo kabisa. This is whatever Pauline Njoroge tried. After number 7, Denis Itumbi said that, for example, before suspension, it cost 22 shillings to transfer 20,000 to 150. That has now been reduced to 12. Now, Pauline Njoroge went ahead and transferred money from M-Pesa to Equity Bank. So according to Pauline Njoroge, he tested this. He transacted 23,605. And she sent to Equity Paybill account for account that on the 3rd January 2023 at 10:26 a.m. Then I don't want to say the balance you see. The transaction cost is 65 Kenya shillings. Amount that Pauline Njoroge transacted. Ladies and gentlemen, who is a fool? Who is a fool? I want to go to number 2. Number 2, Denis Itumbi is saying this, that when it comes to the transaction of number 8, another example, it will cost 4 shillings to transfer shillings 101 to 500. Previously, Denis Itumbi is telling us that it was 23. Who is fooling who? Who is fooling who? This is a pure lie. So ladies and gentlemen, Denis Itumbi is not telling us the truth. Because he's telling us the usual culprits claim it is increase on taxes by government of Kenya. The charges were suspended during COVID to discourage physical contact of cash and aid in fighting COVID. That is whatever Denis Itumbi is saying, which according to us it is true, but literally whatever they are doing and whatever they are saying is not with what we expected of them. Then he is continuing to say that suspension was not permanent. We know it. We know it was not permanent. Central Bank has just withdrawn the suspension, just like happened with masks, fewer passengers in public transport, closure of bars, churches, and all other temporary measures to fight the pandemic. The return of the service means return of the excise tax. Now, that is where the grand misinformation has found a home. We know it. You know something, Denis Itumbi is feeding us with what we do understand, what happened, and the reason why the suspension was to be applied by that time where the period of COVID-19 was experienced. We know it that it was going to come back. But when you look at whatever is happening, Denis Itumbi is giving us a right information that we knew, and we are having already in our minds that the suspension was not permanent, but is coming with lies during the argument that the transaction, you can do a transaction of 20,000 Kenyan shillings to 150 shillings with 12 Kenyan shillings. Then that is why Paul Njoroge came out to expose Denis Itumbi. Many people, they have tried this and they have found that Denis Itumbi is lying to us. How can you transact 20,000 Kenyan shillings to 150,000 Kenyan shillings? Between that range, that you are going to use 12 shillings. That is according to Denis Itumbi. But those who transacted setting 25,000, Pauline Njoroge transacted 25,000 to Equity, where she was charged 65 Kenyan shillings. So Denis Itumbi is purely lying to us. This is just pure lies. That he is thinking like we don't know things. It seems like he is the only one that is transacting money from bank to M-Pesa or M-Pesa to bank. So we are very keen with this government. It is very unfortunate. They are stranded. They don't know how to convince hustlers. They don't know what to do. And that is why a lot of things that they promised hustlers is not coming to reality. So ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts? Do you support the lies of Denis Itumbi? That go and try the transaction of 20,000, between 20,000 and 150, 12 shillings. Then the transaction between 101 and 500, 4 shillings. Which according to me, I've confirmed to several people during the way they were commenting and also posting the transaction message. It was pure lies. Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of your support. Bye bye till you meet on another video.